This is Extreme Rules 2013 Recap. I'm Heel Steven.
I'm Gavin Oates.
I'm Heel Cat.
I'm Knowledge of Wrestling.
And our guest today is...
Last winter, Canada.
What's up, man? How's everybody so far? How's everybody today?
Same old, Steven.
So, the pay-per-view just ended, and I'm kind of in between. I mean, it wasn't a bad pay-per-view. There's things that could have been better, so I'm going to say. But overall, I mean, it was an okay show. That's all I'm going to say. Your thoughts, Gavin Oates, on the show?
I think it was a lot better than Mania. At the start of the pay-per-view, I thought these matches are going to be rushed, and then all of a sudden it sort of went steady, and then it started to build up a really good pay-per-view. I was really surprised how it prevailed.
Heel Cat?
I thought it was a pretty good show for the most part. I enjoyed it. I wasn't disappointed.
Knowledge of Wrestling?
Yeah, I thought it was below average. It was, to me, it was at least somewhat, if anything, a little better than Mania, but not by much. I mean, the main events basically kind of saved the show because the other matches to me were like a bit rushed, and I really didn't fully enjoy the show. But overall, it was okay at best.
Winter?
I think the Shield definitely saved the show.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was basically predictable and same old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, anywho, sorry, what was that?
The Shield, that was the best part of the show.
I will agree with that. I will. Absolutely.
The Shield,
Yeah, I like the outcomes of the match.
Daniel Bryan had to be the best match of the night.
Yeah. But anywho, did anybody here catch the pre-show, which was The Miz versus Cody Rhodes?
Nope.
Nope.
No one.
I guess no one
Dead
did.
silence. I saw we just go through it.
From what I did hear, that The Miz did defeat Cody Rhodes. So I guess, can we please give The Miz a title for pre-show champion?
They got he promotes the WWE, so they got to give him something.
Yeah, but the pre-show, I mean, this is like the second one already. Damn. Think about it. Yeah, Mania. Now this, what's next?
Hey, at least he got a match, unlike Wade Barrett.
Is he gonna pre-show Raw Monday?
Yeah, the Yahoo pre-shows.
I'm just assuming. Hey, you never know. Shit. Anywho, let's move on. I'm assuming we all saw this match. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Personally, I thought this match was better than WrestleMania. I liked how it was back and forth action. Especially the ending, even though that's kind of vintage Jericho. Fandango jumping from the top rope, and Jericho called him with the cold breaker for the 1-2-3. Overall, it was better than Mania. Gavin Oates, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it's like I've always liked Fandango, but this gimmick is sort of clicked with him. Now this is the second bout with Jericho. Like I've always said, that Jericho always brings the best out in most random guys. It's hard to believe that they faced each other, and like you've just said, Stephen, that these are actually a lot better than the Mania match itself.
Absolutely. Heel Cat?
I don't agree. It was better than Mania. I'm not a really big fan of Fandango. I truly hate him with a passion. But it was better than Mania, and I'm glad Jericho won.
Hate is a very strong word, Just saying.
Well, I really do hate him.
Okay. Happens. Knowledge of Wrestling, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I gotta agree with all of you. It was better than the Mania match. The ending was definitely better. I mean, it looked better. I didn't like the Mania ending, but yeah, Jericho did deserve to win this one. I didn't want to see Fandango win 2 times in a row. That'd just be too much. And I think Fandango's still gonna do things. Probably a mid-card title. Who knows? But Jericho just needed to win this one. He couldn't just lose twice to a guy who just debuted. So overall, I agree with the result, and it was a good way to open the show.
Winter, your thoughts on this match?
I hate this Fandango thing.
I think we all do.
It's just over and over and brutally horrible. Johnny Curtis is a great wrestler, and they put him in this stupid gimmick. It's like Funkasaurus thing. I don't know.
Sweet tea.
Yeah, there you go. No.
Yeah.
But it's great that Jericho won.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing, yeah.
There you go.
Well, anywho, now let's get on to the second match. Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston for the United States Championship. To me, I think I speak for everyone when we all kind of saw this one coming, like who was going to win. You know what I mean? I, for one, marked out when Dean Ambrose got the win. I marked out. I felt like a very short match. Could have been longer, but there was a lot of spots. But anywho, it was an okay match to me. Gavin Otts?
To me, I actually agree with you. It was a good match that Kofi Kingston didn't show his full potential to bring out the best in Dean Ambrose that we've seen, like when he was John Moxley. I was literally expecting a lot better from this match, but it was a decent match in the end of the day.
Heel Cat?
Personally, I did not see this match because I was somewhere else in my house. But I heard it was a pretty decent match, and I'm very, very, very happy that Dean Ambrose won.
Knowledge of wrestling?
Yeah, this match, could have been, if it was longer, it could have been a really good match, I think. It kind of felt like a TV match, like a throwaway match almost. But I am glad that they got, because the first two matches didn't have any stipulations. And this paper, you usually needs, usually every match has stipulations. I don't get that. But, they got rid of the two matches, that they wanted to just end quick, I guess. And, I thought the match was okay, and I'm glad Ambrose won. Kofi having a mid card title again is just ridiculous. Let's see what Ambrose does. Hopefully, he defends it as more than Cesaro defended his. Definitely, I hope we see something like that.
Winter?
Yeah, I totally agree. It was a great match. Should have been longer.
Yeah.
Great guys. What I really liked was that the rest of the Shield didn't come down there and made Ambrose get a nice, clean victory, and prove that he's better.
Shouldn't be hard to beat Kofi anyway.
Indeed. Now, I'll ask you this question.
He's very underrated. I really like Kofi, but they got him in this goofy gimmick he's got. Happy go lucky dude. He is where he is, and that's just what it is.
My question is this, though. How long do you guys see Dean Ambrose holding this United States title? I would say, if it's up to me, I would have it until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Maybe a year.
Nah, because I don't want to see. If he holds it for a year, I don't want to see what they did with Cesaro, where he barely defended it, and if he did, it wasn't against anyone special. I hope Ambrose actually defends it more, and we see something that will make the U.S. title a little bit more relevant, because no one really cares about that title.
I don't think he'll actually defend it till probably Money in the Bank. He might be involved with that because obviously everyone's seen him being in the main event picture soon.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, let's move on to the next match. We have Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a strap match. Honestly, I did not care about this match. Even while I was watching it, to me, it was just whatever. I kind of knew Sheamus was going to win. But overall, it was a whatever match to me. Gavin Otts?
With this match, it did bore me. I think Mark Henry did more damage to Sheamus on Monday Night Raw compared to the pay-per-view. It just bored me, that match. I felt like pressing fast forward if you could fast forward live TV.
Heel Cat?
So I was bored during this match. I really didn't care at all. I'm glad she was one of them all, but it's fuck about filler matches. Ugh.
Knowledge of wrestling?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of strap matches, and this one I definitely wasn't a fan of. Yeah, I didn't really care for the match. I mean, Sheamus and Mark Henry shouldn't have a strap match. They should have like something like of an Extreme Rules match. I mean, there was only one Extreme Rules match, so why couldn't they just make this one Extreme Rules? I think it would have been much better, but it was just a random match, just a filler.
Winter.
Yeah, that was a very bad match. Like, best part of it may have been the red and green lights. I don't know, but Mark Henry, what he can pull a bus. What was he pulling on that? But he can't pull a 250-pound man. Like, come on.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the next match, shall we? We have Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in an I Quit match, and the winner becoming the number one contender for the world title. I enjoyed the match. I did enjoy it. Even though it was a little controversy at the ending of before the ending of the match, with Seb Cole throwing in the towel and the referee being confused. I was surprised that they actually have like monitors when they do replays and shit. Now I'm surprised. I was kind of surprised by that.
Ripping
But
off the
overall, it was an
NBA.
okay match. I kind of did exceed Del Rio winning because think about it, they are gonna have Jack Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler, two heels for the world title. But I got a feeling they're gonna have a triple threat match, maybe next pay per view, or maybe going into SummerSlam. Who really knows? Gavin, I just want to get your thoughts on this match.
I thought it was a decent match if there was no towel thrown in, to be fair. That just spoiled the ending of the match. To me, I thought this was going to be a really good match. It was an okay match, but they should have really not through, sort of do a cheesy ending sort of scenario.
Heel Cat?
It was a good match. I don't know that, but I thought it was a good, decent match. The ending was just confusing and all that, but I really didn't care for it, to be honest.
Okay. Now it's the rest.
Sorry. So,
Yeah, for an I Quit match, it was, it wasn't really an I Quit match. It was just, to me, it felt like a submission match. Even though, did they even use weapons? I think the kendo stick, but that's about it. But, it was okay, I guess. The match wasn't, like, the worst match on the card, but the real winning, I could have expected it. Except they shouldn't really do that ending with the throwing the towel. I mean, yeah, that means that he quits, but like he really didn't. You're supposed to say I quit. You're not supposed to can't just win by just throwing in a towel. I don't get that. And then yeah, the replay thing, basically ripping off the NBA, looking at the monitor and stuff. Like I never seen that before. I didn't know that existed. Like I didn't know that was a new rule. But it is what it is. Del Rio won, and we're just gonna see a Del Rio Ziggler feud. Let's see where that goes.
Winter, your thoughts on this match?
What really bugged me was every move the referee was like, "You want to quit? You want to quit?"
Over the
Oh
littlest
yeah.
yeah,
moves.
that was a little annoying.
Annoying.
30 seconds into the
I
match.
did a slam. You want to quit? Come on. No.
Like every 30 seconds, like the beginning of the match, 30 seconds in. You want to quit? You want to quit?
Exactly. Who's gonna quit 30 seconds into a match?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
quit. But it was actually not a bad match. I actually did like the towel thing. I thought that was kind of funny because I like Dirty Dutch, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Anywho, the next match we have here, the tag team title match between The Shield, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins against Team Hell No. I thought it was a good match. I like seeing, Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins in the ring together. Two former Ring of Honor World Champions going at it. But overall, it's a good match. I think if you're Daniel Bryan, I think he enjoyed, giving the belt to one of his fellow, ROH comrades,
Yeah.
Overall, it was a good match. It was a very good match. I'm happy for the Shield. Now all of them have belts. Even though personally, I would have preferred Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins be the tag team champion, be Roman Reigns be the single champion. But then again, I'm just happy that they all have belts. Gavin, your thoughts on this match?
Very, very good tag team match. Surprisingly, Kane actually did more than I expected him to do, but all I could see is from this match is obviously give some credibility to the tag team titles at long last. I really want Team Hell No from now on to split, because Daniel Bryan's a better wrestler on his own. You don't need, even though I've grown to like Team Hell No, but now they have lost the titles. I want them to split and then form a different tag team if possible. If you know what I mean. But with this match, it really did give the tag team belts more credibility than most people realise.
Yo, Kat, your thoughts on this match?
I did not see the finish, but from what I've heard, it was decent. I'm glad that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns won. Very, very happy about that. And I'm glad Team Hell No was splitting. I hated that team from the freaking beginning because it's fucking pointless. And I'm done. I'm good.
Long day, Yo, Kat. Long day.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sorry.
I guess that's that. About your wrestling.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick match, but I thought it was pretty good for the time it got. I like that all men were legal in this. It was a tornado match, so I like that. I like that concept. But yeah, I'm glad the Shield won as well. I thought, since I didn't really think that. I thought like one Shield member would win a match and the others would lose, but nah, all three of them have titles now, which is good. Team Hell No, yeah, they had some cool moments, but it was getting old, and they finally lost the titles. And this most likely means they might split up, and I think they should. I think they and Bryan, they should do something with him again. Because being in this tag team won't help him forever. So a split up should be good, and basically the Shield will still continue dominating, and let's see where it goes from there with the Shield.
Winter.
I thought it was a great match. I think it was probably the best match night. We've got the ROH guys and Kane, who can do whatever, he's been there forever. It was very entertaining, except they got to get rid of those ugly belts.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, bring back the Federation belts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Bring back those belts and maybe have Daniel Bryan shave that fucking.
Yes, shave that fucking beard and get rid of that gimmick, please.
Yeah, bring back the fans want the American Dragon back. I do feel, you know what I mean?
Davis beard match.
Yeah. Next match we have here is Randy Orton versus the Big Show in Extreme Rules match. I will say this, okay? The pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules, yes?
Yeah.
Yet this is the only match that was under Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Overall, I mean, I kind of knew Randy Orton was gonna win. I kind of knew that already. It was an okay match. I'm not saying it was the best match in the world. And then considering the fact that it's Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, so you already know they're gonna have him go over. I was happy though that Randy Orton brought back the punt kick.
Yeah.
I was happy for that.
Yeah.
I was expecting Big Show to come out with that giant ladder that he used for Money in the Bank. I was expecting that, I really was. He brought out a ladder. I'm like, bring back the big ladder. Shit. But overall, it was an okay match. Gavin, not your thoughts on this match.
Another sort of squash match. That's what I think of it. It's just, it didn't appeal to me. It really didn't. Because, how Big Show's Big Show, and then you got Randy Orton. Randy Orton's getting stale at the moment. He needs to turn heel for how many times we've been wanting this. I prefer him in the heel. If the way he was when he was against the McMahon family.
Yeah.
That would have spiced it up even more.
Yeah. Okay, your thoughts on this match?
To be honest, I was quite bored of this match. I really didn't care for it. Even though I am an Orton fan and all, it's just pretty boring. I was not entertained by it whatsoever. I'm just glad he brought back the punt though. That was pretty cool.
Now, Wrestling, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, for an Extreme Rules match, at first it did not feel extreme at all. I kind of expected that. I thought the only thing they would use was a chair, and they did use a ladder and a stick. So I'm glad they put more weapons at least, but to me, yeah, it was kind of like a boring match. I couldn't get into it. I don't know, just Orton and Big Show they both don't really have chemistry with each other, so you can't really have a great match from them, especially because Orton was on the offense mostly, and I was surprised that since he was on offense mostly, you would have thought maybe Big Show would win, even though it was on Orton's hometown, but Orton just dominated, and he ended it with a punt, and which was cool to see. I really like to see that, and he wins. I don't even know where he goes from here. I mean, yeah, they just need to turn him heel. Like he's really getting bored. He's really, really getting boring now.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. Winter, your thoughts on this match?
Dude, before just said it exactly. There you go. It was a horrible match. Slow. And Randy Orton's the most overrated wrestler in the world. Big Show is whatever. Big Show. There you go. I didn't like the match.
The next match we have here on this is the co-main event. John Cena versus Ryback in the last man standing match for the WWE title. Honestly, when I saw this match being, coming up next after, I was like, wait, so Cena's not going to main event the pay-per-view? Are you serious? What? But, overall, if you look back through Cena's, history with last man standing matches, he always has good matches,
Yeah.
And to me, this match was a good match. I mean, they both were, going at each other back and forth, a lot of action. Especially, with at the end, with Ryback speared Cena through the
Stage.
yeah, through the stage, and they both fell, ended up in a no contest. Even though some people would say, "Oh, Ryback got up first, so Ryback is the champion," but who knows really? From what I can see, they're gonna continue on with this feud. So we'll see where they go. Maybe they'll go at a payback and maybe have Ryback win. Then have Cena get the belt back at SummerSlam, but who really knows? Gavin, what's your thoughts on this match so far?
I did actually mark out, even though people slate Cena, he's actually brought out the best in Ryback. He showed you domination tonight. And I'm actually really impressed with this match. The ending was, everyone saying, oh yeah, WWE is so predictable. No way did I predict that was going to happen. Most of the world, all I've seen is Twitter and Facebook blow up. Holy shit, what just happened? And then basically with him in the back, was that meant to happen or not to happen? It's one of those 50-50 things, because at the moment, by the looks of it, if they do have a match in Payback, what is it going to be? Body cast match?
You okay? Your thoughts on this match?
Okay. To be honest, I didn't give a fuck about this match. I hate both Cena and Ryback, so I was like, okay, fuck this. I'm not going to even watch it.
Okay.
But the ending, I liked. I was surprised about that. Other than that, I really didn't give a fuck about that match.
Were you shocked that it wasn't the main event?
Not really.
Okay. Next match we have. Oh, my bad. Knowledge of Wrestling. Your thoughts on this match?
The first half of this match, I really just was bored. I just couldn't get into the match. I'm like, what is this? And then I started picking up once they got the table spots, and when they started fighting outside the ring, that's when it really picked up. And the ending was okay, I guess. A draw. I understand. You don't want to. You want this feud to continue, and you don't want both guys to look bad. So Cena, he probably won't show up on Raw tomorrow, I guess, but makes Ryback look a little bit more stronger. And if they do have another match, people might actually believe Ryback will win. But I honestly don't like both of them either. So, but some people, do like Ryback, so maybe he might win the WWE Championship one day. You never know. So, John Cena, like, I just don't know what's gonna happen with him. I mean, he was stretchered out, so
Winter, your thoughts on this match?
Well, it's Super Cena. He's not going to lose. He's going to keep the belt for a year. There it is.
Okay. Okay.
I hate Cena. I really hate Cena.
Don't we all hate Cena?
Don't we all?
Of course. But this WWE and the way it's going to go. They have to have him be so hurt and he's going to win so big.
Yeah, like I said it also. I said it. Earlier today. I was on a call as well with Simon Nicole HD, David Rivera, and Boston Fan 79. Cena, when they have him when he's hurt against a bigger opponent, he always overcomes adversity. You know what I mean? And that's what they always try to show. This guy, he's hurt and all. He's gonna come adversity. You know what I mean? Now they're probably gonna say, "Oh, he probably broke his neck," and they're gonna still have him compete, and they're gonna try to make you see. Yeah, with the neck brace. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what got to me also? You guys heard the commentary with Jerry Lawler. Oh, Cena took more bumps than Mick Foley ever did in his career. What the heck?
Shit.
What are you
Oh,
like?
shit.
What are you talking about?
this guy needs to.
He actually said that.
You all heard what I'm talking about, right? You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Of course I heard
And
that.
did you actually find it quite fishy before the match started? They quoted all his injuries.
I guess.
I think it was JBL that was going through all the injuries he's overcome. And then all of a sudden the match starts, and then I was thinking, they're up to something.
Next one.
Yeah. Yeah, we all do. I mean,
Except for actually, we got to admit what he does in real life. His stuff is that's for kids and all that. But
again,
it's his ring stuff. For the sake of it.
I mean, here's the thing with Cena. I respect him as a humanitarian. What he does, with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and to be a star and contribute to the troops. That I respect about him. But his ring work, it can be better. You know what I mean? The thing with him is he needs people to make a good match. You know what I mean? Like he needs a CM Punk, a Daniel Bryan.
Shawn Michaels.
You know what I mean?
As long as Vince is going to run the show, he's going to be his Hulk Hogan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cena all day.
Exactly. Well, now let's get into the main event of the evening. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in a steel cage match. Now, I like the fact that they came out with the new cage. It looks bigger than the one they used back in the day. Overall, like I said it once and I'll say it again, I really didn't care about this match because we've already seen it. To me, this match should have happened back in 2003, 2004 when they were both irrelevant. You know what I mean? Because honestly, what does Brock Lesnar get out of beating Triple H? Seriously, what does he get out of it? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, again, to me, it's just a pointless match. Brock needed to win, though, because, he lost at WrestleMania. But, yeah. Gavin, your thoughts on this main event match?
I see where you're coming from, but don't forget, Brock Lesnar, I think he walked out of the company, obviously, to join retired for a bit, and then went into UFC. But since he's come back, it's been quite different. It's basically for the mature fans like my age, the unfinished business sort of situation. But since he's come back, obviously he's faced Triple H 3 times. Obviously, maybe rumoured to do the 4th time at Payback.
I hope not.
But how many fans wanted this in a steel cage? We got the steel cage. I thought out of 3, this was the more entertaining match, more in depth, more brutal than the other matches.
I wanted Hell in a Cell. That to me should have been the match at WrestleMania, and that's it. Heel Cat, your thoughts on this main event match?
I liked the main event, and I like the new cage design. It's kind of sort of a little bit better than the old version, but I just think that it should be done here. I don't think they should fight again at all. At all. But I like the main event. It's good.
Knowledge of wrestling. Your thoughts on the main event?
Main event match, I actually thought it was good. I mean, it was better than their Mania match. They actually used weapons, like what I think a chair and a sledgehammer, but it's still kind of
The
added.
silver sledgehammer.
The silver sledgehammer. There we go. It kind of added to the match. Uh, I thought Triple H would win. I don't know why, but I thought since I was thinking like the final. This is probably the final, the trilogy. Since Triple H won at SummerSlam, Triple H won at Mania, Lesnar won at SummerSlam. So I guess Triple H wants to win the final match. But it kind of looks like they might do it again, which sucks. They might do another match between these two. And Triple H will probably win the next match because I doubt Triple H will just end it there with Lesnar winning again. So we'll see what happens, I guess, in the future.
Winter, your thoughts on the main event match?
I'm just wondering why it was the main event.
Triple H likes that
Cena
spotlight.
match should have been the main event, not the title. But anyways, it's a cage match, and the cage matches aren't you supposed to go over the top or through the door? They got the pins, but it was a pretty good match, I guess.
What's your thoughts on Brock Lesnar selling his the knee injury that he suffered early in the match?
You think it was a real injury? I was kind of watching. I don't know if it was just it's wrestling.
I just find it funny how he was like giving the F5 with the limping in shit. I just find that hilarious, but
if the guy's got a real hurt knee, Triple H isn't going to start smashing it. He's going to tell him, hey, my knee's really fucked.
Yeah, they're gonna whisper it to them that my knee is injured. I chopped this off. Yeah.
That's
my leg.
It's my leg. And he was like, "Shake it off. Continue. Shake it off."
I'm not a Triple H fan. He's just slow and boring, and that's it.
To me, he just whatever with Triple H. Do you guys see a part 4 coming up though? Any of you?
It could happen.
Payback, they gives away.
They mentioned it on the post show, so it
happen,
could.
But I don't.
There's a part 4, then there's got to be a part 5.
Could be another year-long feud.
Sucks. I think Lesnar should just go for the title. I mean,
yeah, to move Lesnar to somewhere else.
Yeah, just have a few with Cena again. Like, I don't know, something different.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see now on the road.
In the hospital, he's got a broken neck. Remember?
Who knows?
Yep.
Big trouble.
I know the kids will cry if you have to drop the belt. All the kids will cry. That's for sure.
Well, at least one thing, you'll have time off to heal for a change.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, anywho, this pretty much wraps up the recap video for Extreme Rules 2013.
Just hold on, you'll see him.
Yeah, sure.
Do you really think Cena was actually hurt in that thing, or do you think it's just a work?
I think it's a work so they could just so the fans could be bought into the fact that Cena will overcome adversity.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Because the kids love a good comeback story.
That's
Yeah, the
Super
kids-
Cena.
Yeah.
exactly,
God, isn't this getting so old and repetitive?
Indeed, yeah, it is. I mean,
It's gonna go on for another year.
here's my
Go on
thing,
until
right?
It goes in the Hall of Fame. There you go.
Here's my thing, right? In a perfect world, we'd have Ryback be the WWE champion right now over Cena. Or we'd have Davey Richards come in and outclass Cena into retirement. Just saying.
Yeah,
But-
till Vince doesn't make the decisions, we're gonna have Super Cena.
Yep,
Forever.
Yep.
indeed.
And I thought Triple H was, he was trying to change it up, but he's not number one in control, is he?
Not anymore, not still Vince McMahon,
Not until Vince McMahon dies.
pretty much.
And
We
he's
don't
gonna
wanna
hear
die
everything.
Oh, he's probably got something written in his will. He's probably got a damn plot for the next 2 years or something.
Probably
Yeah.
a storyline ready for on his will.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There's a way, as the old saying goes.
Yeah. Well, this pretty much concludes the recap video. Extreme Rules 2013. Winter, do you want to promote your Twitter, your Facebook, your YouTube channel if you have one?
I got nothing like that, dude.
You don't? Okay. Okay.
I got Twitter.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, as always, I'm Heel Steven. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. Subscribe to this channel where you're watching this video from right now, youtube.com/Heel Steven.
I'm Gavin Oates. You can follow me on Gavin Oates on Twitter. Subscribe to me on at Gavin Oates on YouTube.com.
I'm
Heel
Hillcat.
Cat.
Follow me on Twitter at Hillcat. And still, do not friend me on Facebook, you perverted little bastards. Thank you.
I'm Knowledge Wrestling. You can follow me on Twitter at HeyI'mWalter. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Knowledge Wrestling.
Links
Hey,
all that be
I
down
realized
below.
I do have a Twitter thing.
You do?
Yeah, it's Winter's Lair. That's
Okay.
the Twitter.
Follow him on Winter's Lair. I want to thank once again Winter's Lair for coming on, being part of this recap, / podcast, if you will. And that's about it. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace
Peace.
out.
Set up shop, clear off the block. If they ain't with us, they getting shot. That's how we rock, like it or not. We run the spot. Let's make it pop, let's make it.
Team fucking heel.